When you get married, you think the vows mean something. You think the person across from you chose you because they loved you, respected you, and wanted a future with you. For 12 years, I lived in that belief with my wife, Claire. We had 2 kids, a home, and what I thought was a good life. But sometimes the truth doesn't come crashing down with an affair or a dramatic betrayal. Sometimes it comes quietly, in a single conversation that makes you realize everything you built was a lie. It happened on a random Tuesday night. We were sitting in the living room after dinner, sipping wine. When I asked a question I thought I already knew the answer to. Out of curiosity, I said, "Claire, why did you marry me?" I expected her to say something about love, loyalty, or our bond. Instead, she laughed softly and said words that froze me in place. "Honestly, I married you because you were safe. I didn't really have better options at the time, and I knew you'd always provide. I guess it was the practical choice." I stared at her, waiting for her to take it back, to say she was joking, but she didn't. She just sipped her wine and added, "Don't get me wrong, you're a good husband and father, but you weren't exactly my dream guy. You were just there." Something inside me broke that night. It wasn't screaming or fighting. It was worse. A hollow silence. A cold realization that the woman I built my life around never truly loved me. To her, I was convenient, a provider, a fallback plan. I didn't argue. I didn't confront her further. Instead, I went to bed, staring at the ceiling all night, thinking about every moment of our marriage, every "I love you," every anniversary, every promise. Were they all just performances? The next morning, I got up, kissed my kids goodbye, and went to work. But in the background, I started making moves. Quietly, methodically. I contacted a lawyer, began separating finances, and started documenting everything. I didn't want to just leave. I wanted to make sure when I walked away, I never looked back. For weeks, I played the role of the loving husband. Claire thought everything was fine. But inside, I was already gone. By the time I served her divorce papers, I was prepared for every outcome. When she saw the envelope, she looked shocked. "What? Why? Where is this coming from?" she demanded. That's when I reminded her of that night, of her words, of how she admitted she married me out of convenience, not love. She went pale, stammering, "I didn't mean it like that. You're twisting it. You're overreacting." But I didn't flinch. I told her, "You might have thought I was your safe choice, but I refuse to spend another decade being plan B in my own marriage." The divorce was messy, but because I had prepared, I came out ahead. I kept the house, secured custody of the kids, and protected most of our assets. Claire, who had grown comfortable relying on me, suddenly had to face life without the stability she once mocked as safe. Now I raise my children in a home filled with honesty and respect, 2 things their mother never truly gave me. And Claire? She's left explaining to people why her husband walked away after 12 years, why the man she thought would always be there finally said, "Enough." Looking back, I'm glad I asked that question. Her answer broke me in the moment, but it freed me in the long run. Because sometimes the most painful truth is better than a comfortable lie. So, why did I file for divorce? Because love isn't supposed to be about settling, and I'll never again let myself be someone's second choice.